The year is 1907, and the 28-year-old Albert Einstein is still an employee at the patent office. It has been 2 years since the publication of the special theory of relativity, and the passionate Einstein decides to develop a much more radical interpretation of the universe, general theory of relativity. To do this, it requires going against the scientific hero Sir Isaac Newton.
In Einstein's era, Isaac Newton was a god.
Newton, the founder of modern science.
Of them.
This is the first edition of Nielsen's 1867 book, Principia Mathematica. This priceless book itself is the famous foundation of universal physics that has endured for centuries.
The temperatures.
Until Einstein came along and shook things up.
The legendary apple that fell in Isaac Newton's garden, and Isaac Newton's, it had been almost 250 years since the inspiration to formulate the law of gravity.
Newton used to say that when an object falls, it's because of a mysterious force called gravity pulling it down. However, Isaac Newton himself was not convinced by this explanation. Objects move because they are pushed, not because they are pulled. Objects move because they are pushed. So, what is pushing them? He didn't know its intention either. So Newton raised his hands and said, I don't know, so I'm going to invent something called gravity.
I definitely want to solve this problem.
This is the best job I've ever been in. It was completely
I want to understand the whole universe. He was ready to say that.
Max Planck said, yeah, my seconds. If you want, you can hold on to gravity. But there are two problems. You won't hold it successfully. This problem is very difficult, he said. Moreover, even if I solve it, no one...
Peace out.
This was a very hard task. It is unclear where to start or where to go. In the end, what gives him the necessary clue is the old and loyal way of reasoning. That is, the thought experiment.
He can call what you and I would call dreaming a thought experiment because he is Einstein.
In the room, Locke looks out sincerely and imagines the men working on the roof. Then one of these guys starts thinking, what if he falls off the roof?
Of his
You
life.
caught your happiest thought, the inspiration of secrets.
A man came to life and felt his own
It was
weight.
not going to happen. It was going to be held weightless. Then I started wondering, if someone cut the cable while you were in the elevator, what would happen to you?
Louis Chirac.
But the elevator falls at the same speed as you. So inside the elevator, you become weightless. At that moment, Einstein understood.
It
Gravity.
feels like it's closed, is it really?
There is no such thing as gravity. The Earth bends the space around it, and space pushes me onto this chair. Space itself can bend.
This sounds crazy.
Space is adjustable.
Space and time can actually be shaped.
Something flexible that can bend.
When you send an object into space, it distorts the shape of the space around it. Why does the Earth revolve around the Sun? Most people believe that the Sun's gravity was on
And
Earth.
it will say that it pulled towards the Sun in a circular shape. This is wrong. The Earth orbits the Sun because the Sun has warped the space around the Earth, and space is pushing the world towards the Sun.